back to Parkinson's Voice Daily Exercises. My name is Anna, and I will be leading us through today's exercises. Thanks for joining us. And just as a reminder, each video will contain vocal warm-ups, a reading exercise, cognitive exercises, and a cool down. So that's what we'll kind of be going through today. So some tips on how to increase our voice level. We want to take a deep, big breath before we begin to speak. And so that'll just allow us to have a louder voice and be able to say as much as we need, really extend that phrase out. And use your stomach muscles to help force air out of the lungs. You'll want to make sure you're maintaining a good posture while you're doing your exercises and reading. Just make sure you're sitting upright in your chair. You'll want to make sure that you are opening your mouth when you're speaking. And so make sure that your mouth is nice and open for whatever word or sound that you're doing, that you really exaggerate the mouth movement in that. So that is just some tips. All right, let's warm up. So the first exercise we will be doing is our may, me, my, mo, and move. And so we'll want to make sure just throughout this that we really sound relaxed. There should be no harsh stops in the middle of them. I really want to make sure that we're just smooth and carrying on between each word. And if you need to take a little catch breath, that's great if you can't make it through. And so, yeah, that is kind of what we will be doing today. So, with our maybe, my, mo, moves. So, it'll sound a little bit like this. May, me, my, mo, moo. So, you will just go ahead and do them along with me. And so remember to take that breath before. Your breath before so you can make it throughout. If you need to take a breath, that's perfectly fine. All right, here we go. May, me, my, mo, moo. Awesome job. Do it again. Big breath before. Ready, set. May, me, my, mo, moo. Good job finishing that out. We'll do it again. Ready, set. May, me, my, mo, moo. Great job. Remember to take that big breath before and really over exaggerate your mouth and just the position of the vowel that it's in. All right, here we go. Ready, set. May, me, my, mo, moo. Great job. All right, last one. Really make this one count. Make sure your voice is nice and loud. Ready, set. May, me, my, mo, moo. Great job. Great job. Okay. We are moving on to our loud ahs. So we'll hold out our ah for 10 seconds. Just do that as loud as you can. Okay, so it should sound a little bit like this. Ah. Okay, so we will do that 5 times. So I will do it and then you will do it on your own. So I'll hold out the ah for 10 seconds and I'll cue you to go and you will do it. So I'll leave a pause after. All right. Now your turn. Ready, go. And stop. Great job if you made it to that 10. If not, try again. If you need to take a breath, that is okay. Alrighty. Let's do that 5 times. So 4 more. Now your turn. Ready, go. And stop. 3 more to go. Alrighty. Here I go. Now your turn. Ready, set, go. And stop. All right, 2 more times. Make sure you take that deep breath before. And your turn. Big breath before. Ready, set, go. And stop. Great job. Last one. I want you to focus on making sure your mouth is wide and open and doing it as loud as you can. Now your turn. Ready, set, go. And stop. Great job. I hope you're getting warmed up. If you don't have a water by you, you can get that so that we are nice and ready to drink that water to keep our voice nice and hydrated. All right, so now we are on to our glides. And so for our glides, we'll start in the low range and then glide to the high range. And so it should sound a little bit like this. Ah, ah. And so you notice how I took a catch breath in between. So I went low to high, breath, high to low. And this should really just be in within your conversational speech range of voice. So you don't need to go too high or too low, just really what is normal for you. And so you can go ahead and get started. So for these, I will have you repeat after me again. So just like the last one. So I'll do it and then I'll pause and have you do it on your own without hearing my voice as well. So it'll go like this. Ah, ah. Now your turn. Ready, go. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so next time, our second round. Make sure you get that big breath before. Ah, ah. Now your turn. Ready, go. And stop. Okay, round 3. Let's make this one the loudest. Ah, ah. Now your turn. Ready, go. And great job. All right. We will do it 2 more times. All right, here we go. Ah, ah. Your turn. Ready, go. All right, last one. Let's make this one the best one yet. Ah, ah. Your turn. Ready, go. All right, I hope you are nice and warmed up. Let's take a quick water break before these functional phrases. All right, everyone get their water and we're ready to go. All right, so for our phrases, we are going to, I will read them and then I will pause, and that will leave you time to say them. So I'll say it, then you will say it, and then I'll say it, and then you'll say it. So kind of just going back and forth. And remember to use intent when speaking, so really be deliberate and clear with our voice and what we're saying. And if there's a question mark, make it sound like a question, exclamation mark, a little enthusiasm. So here we go. Where are you going? I need help. I don't need any help. I'm hungry. Take care. Let's go. What's the weather like? What's going on? Pass the food, please. Turn off the light. Did you get that? All right, now we have our counting. And so for counting, we'll want our voice to be a little bit above conversational speech and just that loudness level. And really make sure you're smooth throughout these. And so we don't want any harsh stops in between the numbers. We really want a smooth and even voice throughout. And if you need to take a breath between one numbers of the row, you can do that. If you need to take a breath 2 times, that's great. Just whatever is best for you. And so here we go. And so we'll do them together. And so you'll say them the same time that I say them. I'll do each row twice. So just saying along with me. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. And again. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Next row. 20, 18, 16, 14, 12. And again. 20, 18, 16, 14, 12. Next line. 30, 28, 26, 24, 22. And again. 30, 28, 26, 24, 22. Next row. 40, 38, 36, 34, 32. And again. 40, 38, 36, 34, 32. And the last row, make this one loud. 40, 28, next row. 50, 48, 46, 44, 42. And again. 50, 48, 46, 44, 42. Great job. Take a quick water break. All right, now we have our reading. And so while we're reading, we want to make sure we're using our loud and clear voice and just take breaths when you need it. If you need to go take a little more time than me, then that's totally fine. If you'd rather just pause and read along by yourself, that's great. Otherwise, you can read with me and just take a breath when you can. Use intonation and speaking with intent. Here we go. Astronomers are concerned that our views of the heavens are becoming more and more obscured. Their warning comes ahead of a whole series of satellite launches by a variety of companies. Thousands of satellites are being launched into orbit throughout 2020 to make high-speed internet more readily available across the world from space. The scientists say the skies will be so littered with arrays of satellites they will compete for our attention with the stars. They say the satellites will link up to form mega constellations that could interfere with radio astronomy and the quality of images from optical telescopes. The astronomer said the satellites will appear as dazzling white streaks of light that could be mistaken for stars. Technology analysts say there are plans to launch as many as 46,000 satellites into space over the next few years. This is 5 times more than the number of objects sent into space since the launch of Sputnik 1 in 1957, over 6 decades ago. Satellites from companies like SpaceX and Amazon will provide much faster internet speeds to even the remotest areas of the world. They will provide global connectivity across the globe. Even today, about 14 million people in the USA live in rural areas with zero internet coverage. SpaceX will launch 120 satellites in January and has plans to send a further 12,000 into orbit in the next decade. Astrophysicist Dr. Dave Clements called the initiative a tragedy. All right, first question. Let's read it together in the answers. What is the purpose of launching the satellites into space? A, pictures of the space. B, research of the moon. C, research of the sun. Or D, high-speed internet. I'll give you a minute. All right. The answer is high-speed internet. That is the purpose, to make it more readily available to the world. Next question. What will people mistake the satellites in the sky for? I'll give you a minute. All right, the answer is A, stars, because there'll be streaks across the sky that will look like stars. So, next one. List as many planets in our solar system as you can think of. I'll give you a minute. Alrighty, so some of mine that I thought of are Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune. Oh, I put Saturn twice. I guess I cheated. I hope you got one more than I did at least. Okay, now we'll do our cool down. So we'll do our loud off for 5 seconds like this. Ah. Now you go. Ready, go. Awesome, stop. Now we will do our long and loud ahs for as long as you can. And so I will count you out in increments of 5. And so we'll do this twice. So you hold out ah as long as you can. So, ready, set, go. 5, 10, 15, 20, and stop. If you made it past that, then that is amazing. All right, next one, last one. Let's really make this one count, make this one the best one you've had all day. Long and loud. Here we go. Ready, set, go. 5, 10, 15, 20. Great, cool down, and that is all we have today. Thank you so much for joining us, and if you have any questions, ideas, comments, just email Lindsay. We really love hearing feedback and how we can make things better for you all. And so